Let's talk about custom events and reusable elements, because here is a really handy trick for reducing the amount of times you repeat yourself in your bubble application. And bear with me because I'm going to route it in an example, but I don't want to skip any steps. So I'm on my header reusable element that I created in a previous video. Remember, I used this to demonstrate how we can redirect a user when they're logged out. I'm going to remove that because I want to be able to demonstrate it as we go along. So we have our header here, and I'm going to add in a button. And let's say that this is now a row, and make that down to the end, and then we'll put space between. There we go. And we'll also center this. Perfect. And then just because I love to give the odd UI tip, let's do that. Let's make this a lot smaller, say something like 82. And then this is a horrible color. Okay, so because I've been using a reusable element on my dashboard page, it's looking perfect, exactly how it should be. Right, so let's go back to the header, because what I want to demonstrate here is how we can add like a drop-down menu. So we're going to use a group focus for that. And the group focus is going to be attached to my button. And then I'm going to say when the button is clicked, I'm going to toggle, meaning that it will open or close it, depending on whether it is already opened and closed, my group focus. Now, there is a bug. I don't know if it's some custom CSS that I've got where Bubble puts, it's not some custom CSS, like a browser extension or something, where Bubble puts it up there. When I come back to the page, it is still attached. As long as you've not deleted the element, as long as it's still here. In fact, if I update this, is it going to move it? Yeah, it moves it back into place. Okay, and then just so it's really clear that this is visible, I'm going to change the background color again to that kind of garish red. So let's click preview and see what happens. But I can't click preview because I'm in a reusable element. So let's go back to dashboard and click preview. So here we are in the preview, and if I click this button, I get my red drop down showing. But what if I wanted to show this red drop down by clicking a button on the page? Well, it is an easy way to do it, but the challenge is the button and the workflow to show the drop down is in the reusable element. So let's go back into the reusable element and I'll show you how to do it. So here we go. Go back into header, or we can get there by clicking on edit element. And at the moment, I have the workflow on my button. Now, in order to be able to access it outside of the reusable element, I'm going to create a custom event. And this is like, it's just a workflow that I can trigger from other workflows. So I'll call this toggle drop down menu. And now it's as simple as cutting the action from there, pasting it into here, and then saying that when the button is clicked, we are going to trigger a custom event, and it automatically fills it in because it is the default. Now let's go back to the demo and just check that that is all working. So firstly, we have to refresh the page, and then I click and it works. Now let's add a button into dashboard, not into the reusable element, and trigger the same workflow, the same custom event. So we go to dashboard and we'll add a button in. And here is where the super handy, massive time saver comes in, which is we'll say show menu, add the workflow, and then I can say trigger custom event from reusable element. Now it's picked the only reusable element on my page, which is header, and it's picked the only custom event that is in that reusable element. So if we go back to our app, preview, show menu, and it works just like that. So this is a really simple and actually rather silly take on what you can do on this, just demonstrating the basics. But think about it. If you have workflows that you know you want to run as front-end workflows, not as back-end workflows, although we're coming on to those in more detail, then you could consider putting them all as custom events in your menu bar, again, because you have confidence that when you drop that menu bar, that navigation, this gray bit at the top in this app, when you drop that onto pages, you know that you'll have access to those workflows. So there we go. Don't repeat yourself. Dry. And this is just one example. If you've got any other ideas that aren't perhaps so silly, then please leave them down in the comments. And of course, any questions can go in the comments as well.